Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. I know this has not been my typical Joe Boo Sports Report channel. I'm in Puerto Rico here, giving back. You know, sometimes you've got to take care of others, and we're down here doing some rebuilding, helping some great people and stuff out. So, if you don't like that, well, I'm sorry, but that's what I'm actually doing. But here we are at the end of day number 2 of minicamp. We've got tomorrow. That's it. One more day of practice. And then our Dallas Cowboys are free until they get ready to hop on that big old jet airliner and are headed for Oxnard. It's hard to believe, but I haven't been in my clock in so long. I don't even know how many days it is. It's in the 80s, probably about the mid 80s right now. Boy, do I miss my man cave. I really do miss my man cave. I miss my wife. I miss sleeping in my own bed too, but you know, sometimes you gotta sacrifice for others. So, interesting thing, Dak Prescott and Jeff Heath got into a little something there in practice when they're working on the red zone and stuff. Dak Prescott did a run, and you know, they said they got separated there and everything else, but everything's cool. Everything's cool, you know. Jeff Heath said afterwards, you know, Dak Prescott's one of my favorite, players on the team and everything else. And, you know, it's just heated battles. And you got to figure that Jeff Heath is feeling a little bit of pressure, of course, because they brought in George Iloka. You know, he's looking at it and saying, hey, you know, I played pretty good last year. I've been making strides and things, but yet all we hear about is somebody being signed. You bring in Eric Berry. You talked about, Earl Thomas and things. You bring in George Iloka. It's like, you know what? Let me start showing everybody that I am the man. And we're going to have a lot of that with this team this year because there's a lot of places where people could lose their starting jobs. You got a lot of young, hungry people out there, and you've got to love that. One of the things I hate is when you've got veterans that know, listen, I'm the guy. I got the big fat paycheck. I don't have to work that hard because I ain't losing my job. You're not hungry anymore. So I kind of like that. I like the fact that Jeff Heath is out there fighting and battling and trying to make himself better. Because in the end, if he gets better, the team is better. Now, Jason Witten, Father Time, I can't believe that it was 12 years ago that me and Michael Anthony Fitness went to his his youth camp. 12 years ago, 2007. Wow. So he's been away from football for a year. And, when you're seeing something every day, you don't notice the changes. But when you step away, like when I go home for a week, when I look at my tomato plants, I've been watching them every day and, they're like so big. But I guarantee when I get home that I'm going to see tomatoes on there maybe about this big and see blooms and stuff. And they're going to look a lot different because I've been gone away. And that's what Jason Witten was saying today. And this is a quote from him. That's why I'm sitting here in the bed. Michael's getting changed stuff where the first crew of volunteers are leaving tomorrow. So we're having like a dinner with all of the volunteers and stuff. And, getting thank yous from them and thanking them and so on.
You're crazy.
So this is what Jason Witten had to say. I just think from my perspective,
GPS signal lost.
Unbelievable. And throwing to us, the velocity on the ball, the anticipation of throws. We can run certain routes and nobody notices it, but that ball is coming out. When you're coming out of the cut, the ball is already on you. I thought the deep balls to the guys on the outside have been really efficient. He's got a good strike and good velocity on the ball. The communication at the line of scrimmage, he knows his offense inside and out. And he communicates that, all the intangible stuff. He is off the charts with it. But more than anything else, I think his anticipation with the throws and his accuracy have been off the charts since we started. And that's what you expect. Year number 4. That's why we've got the power of 4. I keep telling you guys, if you look at past statistics, and I know I'm a statistics guy, I like to look at the numbers because the numbers won't lead you wrong. It will give you a good idea of what to expect. But most quarterbacks, the first year, sometimes they're completely lost. Sometimes they play pretty well. The second year, they kind of take a step back on average, Then the third year, they kind of gather themselves back. But it's the fourth year that they really step up. Look at Troy Aikman. Fourth year, fantastic. Before that, not so much. Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, Ben Roethlisberger, all these guys. Russell Wilson. We all look at Russell Wilson.
GPS
say,
signal lost.
Russell Wilson is a great quarterback. You know, Dak's not in that category, but Dak's numbers for the first 3 years are better than what Russell Wilson had. And Russell Wilson had a great defense to lean on. He had a great running game with, beast mode. Those things helped make him look more efficient. And, of course, he got the ring because, he played well. He didn't make mistakes. He had a great running game. And he had a lights-out defense that was number one 2 years in a row. So, people will say I'm crazy for comparing that, but we'll see what his fourth year does. And I believe that we are set for a fourth year that's going to be incredible. Because now you've got wide receivers that can run the whole route tree. That there's not a route that you can't go ahead and do. We seem to be limited to basically about 5 different routes with some players with Scott Linehan for whatever reason. That teams could go ahead and know what we were going to do as opposed to keeping them guessing. And you got to like that. Now, Amari Cooper, we don't know where the contract is. He basically is like, whatever. It'll take care of itself. So he's not doing Russell Wilson where if you don't sign me by the 15th of April, I'm never going to sign a long-term deal. He's not doing Odell Beckham hissy fit or what?
DeMarcus Lawrence.
Or DeMarcus Lawrence, I'm not getting my shoulder worked on until you sign me a contract. These guys have a bigger goal in mind. They know that the money's coming. They know they're going to get taken care of. But they have a bigger goal and realize winning a Super Bowl is what my main focus is. Everything else will come with it in time. So I'm excited. I'm happy. I can't wait to get the season on. And just to think that it's like 6 weeks from now, maybe less. What is? I've lost track of days. Was it Wednesday? I've literally lost track of time here in Puerto Rico.
And I'm getting old because my birthday's coming up soon. In about a little.
Oh, that's right. Michael's birthday is
a little over a month. I mean, a little almost 2 months, but a little over a month.
Yeah, I've just lost. I'll be honest with you. I've lost track of time. I haven't been sleeping. Maybe because I missed my baby. I keep waking up every hour on the hour because I'm worried that I'm going to oversleep.
Oh.
And we've been putting in a whole lot of work. What's that? Okay, Michael.
I'll tell you afterwards.
He's got a story for me, but I want to say something. I like to live my life and try and look out for others. I don't have a malicious bone in my body, unless somebody comes at me, I'm not going after them. Yeah, I joke around and talk about the Eagles and their fans and things like that, but this is not like hate. And there's so many people that are full of hate and everything else. I'm just trying to understand some of you people out there. We're down here trying to help other people, and I feel good about it. I feel blessed to be able to be down here doing this stuff. I ain't making money doing this, but it's helping to change somebody's life. I'm enjoying being able to bring it to you guys as well. And
GPS signal lost.
I got the GPS still on my phone, sorry. I'm just trying to understand, putting a video up of this woman who has no family to help her out, who has to turn the water off outside of her house so the toilet's not running on the floor and the water in the bathroom gets shut off. That has cabinets that are falling apart, that there's electrical wires that are coming out of the walls, that we're down here actually doing this. And I'm trying to understand how somebody could dislike that video of her seeing her house and her life literally being changed. How you could be that callous and full of hate for unliking that, that's sad. I'm not mad at you. I feel sad for you. Anyway, or use, because it's more than just one. All I would say is, if I bother you so much, why do you even bother to be the first one to see the videos and then dislike it?
GPS signal lost.
And that person is lost too. I'm Mark Holmes, and well, we're going to go get some dinner with all of our great volunteers, and then I'm going to turn in. Or then again, maybe we'll go for another walk again. Maybe we'll do another live stream from San Juan. I'm Mark Holmes, and thank you as always for being part of the Jobu Sports Board. And yes, I'm still keeping up the star here in Puerto Rico.